Ow. Ow. Pain. Physical pain. Let's. God, I'm in much physical pain. Okay. So, we are going to be doing a couple of different things today with the stuff and things. Okay, so we are going to do okay. Systems dot I. Okay. And we're gonna create let's start in art. And I want to start an Inkscape so that hey Koba, we're trying something a little bit different today. I want to see if I can create a new layout for so I want to see if I can create the if I can create my custom yeah, I want to see if I can create my custom version of this map along with pathing for updating everything. So yeah. So yeah, they had this open source. I didn't check the license, but given what I know of these kinds of projects, license is it's MIT. So basically, I can't sell it or I can't make it closed source. I'm not intending to distribute or use it in any way. So really all I'm doing is going through and editing this and a couple of things in here. Do that. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do the root editing. It does the root calculation as well. Neat. What's it gonna be about? So we're gonna do a point and click style thing then? Yes, I need to make the PNGs, so the way I see it, the Victus Coalition is going to have its own style Document properties. Pixels. We'll make it. $250 by 250. What kind of style are you going for? So we want to do. I think we definitely want like a V symbol. Uh. Let's just start with some scribbling, right? We definitely want something that goes like this with like a big V in the middle. Uh. Oh, was that a problem previously? Mhm. Yikes. What did they mark you down for? Or like, what did they claim to mark you down for? Uh, uh, that sucks. Uh, hmm. Uh, uh, uh. Are there no? Is there no way you could like basically approach the counselors and say, "Hey, yeah, you like what the fuck, man?" Not literally that. I understand. I do have some sense of sanity, but hmm. I'm thinking we keep the purplish color for the liquid light, which is simultaneously a declaration of technological prowess, but also a threat. Like if we keep Pirano, so Pirano hex code. So this color, if I turn off my dark reader, this color Pirano is the hex code for the color liquid light is naturally, which is also the supposed color of infinite temperature. It's the black body. It's the black body emission spectrum of something that is at the Planck temperature, theoretically, right? So that's the color I'm thinking of going with, and basically, I'm thinking of leaning into the whole Victus part of it by having it be like a oh, actually, hold on, does this work? If I do it like this, would I do a like the okay, so I think that works, right? Where I do it's a superficially simplistic symbol, which is you've got this, and then you've got the polygons with 3 corners for the triangles. Flip it. So we have this one over here, and we repeat that. So we repeat that kind of like that. And we have the 2 big ones here. No, that doesn't look right. Oh, what if I make these more like V's? Because that way, these also represent the nuoli, right? I have the thing here, and then we have the big spike. Oh, you mean get rid of... Oh, actually... Oh, this looks even better if I just stick with these three, where I have the big spikes here, and then the V here, which is also secretly a Nuoli fighter. That works. So... align. First, select these two, distribute nodes like this. Do that. Nope. So this represents the Nuoli. Uh, uh, and that's at the bottom of the rune. That's at the bottom of the logo, and then we have this, and I think we could totally add like a cracked effect. Align relative to page center, and then we can do that for the. Actually, I feel like that should be bigger. Then we do. The thing is, I don't want them shattered like that. If this was more of an Asiatic culture, I might like have it shot through, like barred with gold. But this, I think, kind of works. Where, like, because you don't want it to come across like, hey, we're weak or anything, right? Like that we're broken. I don't think that that would be the message that the Victor's Coalition would want to send. So we do that. We do that. We do that and that. Align that. And I think like we still do get like the shattered piece symbolism from the from just the way that this is. I think the fact that it's like already in parts kind of does that. But the fact that it's like neat and angular like this is interesting. We could do this. Is it just me, or does that look like a humanoid figure with wings here? Sort of like, yeah, I feel like that kind of adds to it as well. What if I extend this out then? Because Jun would see the problems that comes with that immediately and say no. No, I think the original one with the smaller ones looked better. Thing is, there's now a negative space arrow pointing down that I don't like. Hey Salman, how you doing? The negatives, like, yes, the V is in there and that's cool. But the arrow forming the negative space of the thing is not awesome. What if we move this up here? We got rid of that. We did that. What if I just got rid of that? Because I think the symbology of there being an upward arrow is important. No, the what do you call it? I do like the person being in there. So let's add in an upwards Nuoli this time. More celebratory. No, the original one with the downward arrow still looked better than that. Okay, I'm gonna save this layer. So we're gonna just do a new layer. We'll name this V1. Grab everything in V1, drop it in V2, hide V1 entirely, work only in V2 for the moment. The only thing I didn't like about this was the negative space downward arrow. Because what if I did like a thing over here to cut that space? That would kind of work. We could make like a diamond thing here and then have a second set. That looks messy. Oh, that's it. I have an idea. I'm going to edit this so that there is a diamond, like a literal gem shape in the bottom, to give sort of the concept of like a periphery gem. If we do that, so let's pick that. We will grab a new one with 5 corners. Okay. No, I like. So I think the whole V thing in there works. So I want to keep that. Oh, do you see the vision? Like the whole sort of semi-angelic motif that's happening here. I see the vision, and it is glorious. And then I will add in the triangles for the Nuoli fighters in here, so that now we have even more upward pointing elements. And oh, actually, this might be even more interesting. So hold on. If I do this, could I? Okay, I'm going to try something. This is going to be interesting if it pans out. Uh, you'll see what I'm doing in just a second. I'm going to make the Nuoli file, say the like the presence of the Nuoli here. The tips of them will align with these, which subtly makes it look like they're shooting behind the planet. You need to be part. Uh, okay. And if I did this right, should be able to combine these. Do that. Okay, it's not quite. I did not do it right. Also, it does not look as good as I thought it would. Wait, small what? But this it passes here. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay. I see. Oh, the fish? Hey, Alan. Uh. I don't think that really helps in this case. Like, what would the relevance to the relevance to the overall symbology would that make? Like, this is... So the symbology that's currently on the screen here is... We've got the arms up in celebration or in victory. We've got the central planet, which is also unity in there, because they're coming together. There's the implied threat from the color. There's the diamond for periphery gem kind of situation there. Bread. So what other symbology are we going for with the Victus Coalition? I mean, to a certain extent, they might be interested in playing up the whole intelligence aspect would be interesting. So I'm writing a story. Okay. From the beginning, I guess. Let's start there. I created this thing, which is a writing tool that's basically a power set that you give people. So you give a character in a story, and you roll for these crafting adjacent perks that you powers that you give them over time, depending on whatever thing you do. And in order to test this thing, I started writing a story called Marching Across the Inner Sphere. In this, I'm creating a new faction called the Victus Coalition. And to do that, I'm editing this. I'm editing this map, well, not this map, the original map by Gruus.de, I believe. Yeah. So this one is by Christoph Wasserman and Wraith81. And I'm editing this for use in my story, where I'll be replacing these 4 interstellar nations with the polity that I'm creating for the story, called the Victus Coalition, who are basically this entire region of space come together, that are all under the lead of the main character, who has kind of accidentally become involved in that. So because I want to replace all of these guys with the Victus with that, I need to create my own version of these symbols. And I'm thinking of doing something along the lines of this, which is which has a couple of layers of symbology. We've got the whole we've got the color here, because one of the early technologies that Jun, the main character, rolled was liquid light, which is this thing in the story, which is a liquefied form of light and can store large amounts of energy very densely, and it has this Pirano, this sort of light lavender blue glow that shows up a lot, especially in the recent chapters, and makes the sort of foundation for a lot of their weapons technology. So the fact that they have they've given their national color to be, say, their like national symbol to have this color, is a little bit of an implied threat in the story, where they're basically saying, yeah, come at us. What you gonna do about it? And yeah, like, if you come at us, we're gonna blow you up with lasers. Really, really powerful lasers. And yeah, we have the periphery gem symbology. We have the sort of human celebrating. Okay, let's see. B symbol. like this with the feathers. Image of fourth image on the row. 1, 4. Like this. Like that. I don't think that works. Like, I've gotten rid of the down... Like, we've got the big V, and that's fine, but we got rid of that previous downward arrow, like, negative space stuff that was in here. We can see the differences between these two. Right, where we've got this one's... I feel this one looks a bit nicer than this one. Right? Like, even if I do scale it up to match and do that. We've got more of a recognizable human silhouette. We've got the celebrating arms here. Even if the arms are a bit long, but that's fine. I could do... Ooh, here's an idea. I could do like a hemispherical bar behind this in a different color maybe, or just a hemispherical bar where it's kind of like a circular-ish. So the idea would be we place like thing here. We do delete that. We go fill that. And the idea is we can have it be like this, right? And the sort of implication there, like once I cut it out, is that they're jumping out beyond the inner sphere, right? Where we have this symbolism that's in the background here that I can include, where I can say, hey, where I can say, okay, I want it to be about here. Grab these, group, align, that's one. uh, union. Then I do no, that doesn't work. No, that's fine. No, it'll have to be bigger. Oh? What's up with the allegations? Give me the tea. No. I feel like this just needs to be lower. Uh, That's an interesting one. Uh, 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 um, so I think this kind of works. The thing is, all of these are single color, so I don't want to mess with that too much, right? Because it has to stay a single color. Uh, no. I think we figured it out. So we, oh god. Uh, uh, do I need to rearrange? Looks unhappy though. No, no. So the thing is, I don't want. So it has to be the same color for everything, because that makes it. That actually doesn't look as unhappy. I can see the unhappiness about it. And the celebration. Is the unhappiness a bad thing though? Because it does make some sense in terms of Uh, yeah, but the color is already a giant, like a giant threat to anybody who's more than a little intelligent. Okay, the spacing is a little better there. Um, you know what? I think, yeah, you're right. The whole thing kind of does actually work for what I wanted to do. We've got this. So the whole symbol comes across like this. We've got the gem rising away from the inner sphere because the Victor's Coalition grows outwards beyond human space. We've got the celebration. We've got the big V that makes it very identifiable. V for victory. A little bit of threat. We've got the big ass threat in the color. I don't want to add multiple planet motifs because that's unfortunate. Geometric, like there's the vague angelic iconography, but that's shared, I think, between every major group. Like winged humanoids bearing victory are a thing in basically every culture. What, like have a few stars up here? The question is how many? It can't be two. So, thing is, it can't be two. Two implies Illyrian Palatinate and Lothian League. Three is Palatinate League and Niops. Four is Illyrian League, Niops, and St. Andrews, which is kind of the core right now. If we wanted to add in the captured pseudo-states that are being born from the Cercinius Federation and the Marian, we would have to do 6. If we wanted to imply... if we wanted to imply some link back to Melpomene, we would do 7. generally, I just don't think it's worth it to have stars in there because it would either make it outdated or just generally not relevant. I mean, I guess we could theoretically do what is it? Um 5, 10, 12, 15, 17, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 30, 35 stars. And we could do 35 stars, but then that's too many, I think. I don't want this to be American, so we can't do that. Honestly, I think this is nice enough. The other implication could be we could do like a single star. That might also be interesting. Also, this kind of looks like Superman flying out of there. That also looks nice. Now the question is, do we need more or not? Oh, a galaxy-like symbol might be interesting. I just realized this looks kind of similar to the Free Worlds League symbol. If we keep editing stuff, I think having the big empty space over here helps differentiate it from the Free Worlds League, because now there's more of an X profile. And maybe like it will be maybe the other portion, like the thing that doesn't show up on this symbol, that will be there in the more general, like in the flags for the coalition, is that the official flag for the Victus Coalition is on a black flag. So it is on basically like a pseudo mourning shroud to symbolize the immense losses that basically forced the coalition into existence. Right? So it's simultaneously celebratory and celebratory, but also a little bit morose. Yeah, I like this. So let's save this. Save as. Let's. Okay, and then we want to export it as Victus 60, Victus 170. Or we want to export two. One which is Victus 64. Yeah, it does definitely stand out quite a bit against all the others. I mean, like the Davians have that big, like, I guess, yeah, I think I like it. It's very different from the others, but at the same time, it is very similarly, like, it is very clearly different and it does stand out quite nicely. So let's see if I can edit the Marian borders. So if I do let's if I can figure out where the okay, so I would have to create a new thing here. Uh, okay. Oh. Okay. Uh, Victus Coalition, Urgent, and Periphery Major. Display. SVG path.border. ACB 98. ACB 9E. Is that a B, not an 8? No, it is an 8 because They're like some weird hatch. Steal the Lothian League hatch, I guess. I don't understand why. Uh, you know, there seems to be a fallback. Let's just go with that. Uh, it depends on the game and what I find most interesting. Uh, 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 mm, uh, 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 the hell? Why did you break now instead of earlier? Okay, what happens if I get... Oh, wait. Oh, there's something there. There's something there. I'm starting to see a thing. A thing is appearing slowly. I'll need to edit it, but it is starting to exist. What? Let's start again. From over here. From the married hegemony. Yeah. Yes. So let's start with just the married hegemony. Go over here. Save that, refresh. We have that, right? Yes, it is indeed progress. What happens if I... Okay. Okay, and I want this. Okay. So if I get rid of this, will this give me a little bit? That's not the bit that I wanted gotten rid of. Is this the bit that I want to get rid of? Again, no, but that's just because I did too many. Perfect. So now, if I add in a section... Uh, 388. That is a little too far, but we're getting in the right place. We go here. It is the 348 over here. Oh. Perfect. Revel is still currently under Free Worlds League, so let me add another one. And now I do perfect. Also, that's in the wrong place, but it is the correct point on the map. Here? Nope. Wait, did I accidentally discover... oh. minus 399, comma 402. Nice. Okay. Now I just need to start linking it up to the Illyrian and Circinian space. And I should have the outline of the Victor's coalition borders. So you make that an L. Going to do that. Nice, nice. Do I get rid of something from this side? Do I get rid of something from this side? That seems to be the bet. And it wasn't. It's just the middle section here. Starting to look right. Next is the Circinius Federation that I'll need to do. Also, I should probably figure out how to get rid of these. Horatius is... I get rid of these. Nice. Okay. Okay, so it is... These two also need to be moved. That one. 439. What happens if I delete you? Almost. I get rid of that. Perfect. That means I can start adding the Justinius Federation in now. Okay. Whatever. I'll fix the overlapping stuff later. But I get rid of that. Nope. From here. And another one. Then we knock that up 6. Okay, that's that border cleaned up. Now I just need to add in this stretch of the Lothian League's border. Oh wait, no, I need to have it go around to New St. Andrews. Yeah. Now I just need to add in the background logo and be good. And of course hide the other 4. So the bubbles that are already there. And then also give all of them the Victor's Coalition thing, and then I need to do the coding that will recalculate all the neighbors for Victor's Coalition jump-capable ships. I think, and I'll also like clean up this border a little bit. So this is minus. Yeah. If I get rid of these two, should that give me what I want? Missing one more. So this is the NIOPS one, so I'll base it out to market. There we go. That's that bit of space cleaned up. Victor's Coalition. Oh. Bit further out. Also a bit more space. So let's give this 100. Set this to 0. This to... What? Oh. Okay, that's good. And let's figure out which one is the closest one to Tadora's land. Perfect. Oh, that just immediately encompasses the Lothian League as well. How perfect. I don't even need to worry about the Lothian League. This is the chunk of space that the Victus Coalition commands. Might want to adjust the Illyrian space slightly. Oh, 178. If I get rid of that, what happens? Good. Oh. Okay, that's looking good. Yep, that is the goal. There we go, perfect. We've got the border of Victus Coalition space. Hmm. .png. This Victus. Back to this. Where do you get your fill? It does seem like I need to figure out how to do the pattern. No, that's just a hatch. Okay, that's not relevant at all. For shit. Okay. How do you get the damned URL? Say the image. Dash. Dot. dash pg dash plus pg victus victus. Oh, do I need to... Oh, I can probably just grab the... Of course, I need to do that. That's going to be a huge pain in my ass. I bet when I do this. It's going to... Yep. These are indeed SVGs. Which means I need to do a pattern house BG Victus. And then I need to go into the Victus.svg text editor. Minifier. Yes. Okay. And here, let's just start with the hell. Nope, none of this is vibe coded. This is me editing an open source project that has existed before the previous, say the, what do you call it, the generally accepted origins of vibe coding. Let's save this as victus min.svg. Then I'm going to get rid of that v1. I'm going to merge those combine. Delete that layer, save that as victus min, and if I go into here, I should be able to see, yes, shift end, save that, and I think I should be able to just drop that in here. Oh no, I'm not using Godot. I have done Godot projects in the past, but in this particular case, I am not. Yeah, this is a web project because I'm adapting something that already exists, specifically inner. So this is a project for this is something that someone made for the setting BattleTech that I'm writing a story for, and in the story that I'm writing, a bunch of stuff has changed geopolitically. Because I'm doing SVGs, well, I was doing SVGs, but I'm still doing SVGs now, is I'm doing the art behind redrawing this map. It just looks vaguely coding related because I'm doing vector art. So I've taken this map and I have added a new border around this area. And now I'm trying to make it so that there is a new background in this area. Yes, it is. Oh, wrong one. Why are you not working? I hide that just for the moment. I look at the Tortuga Dominions. Doesn't look Dominion. Doesn't look like I changed shit. Why is that? Why is that? Why are you not getting why are you not getting oh, do I need to do like a patterns.svg say in this? Gods, I think so. Open with text editor. So if I grab it from here, what happens if I do this? Jack and ship. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna change it here. Will that be enough to force it to use this? Really, I should be changing the Marians, but just by we have it in both of these. Dodge. Star dodge. PG. House. Where in the fucking shit? Why does this still show Tortuga? Okay. I need to figure out how default SVG to Wait, where are the Tortuga Dominions? Am I looking at the right place? Oh, hold on. There's something that's changed. Tortuga Dominions. So something has definitely changed. Uh, 0 1000 00 L 1000 L 1000 10,000 whatever L L There's something there. There's something there. See it. Okay. Now, if I do that, what do I see? I see some of it. this, that, and then if I scale that up to 5, 4, .3. Nice. We have MAtIS outlined in the appropriate space. Now I just need to get rid of the, well, I need to like comment out the worlds over here so that they are no longer showing up. And then I just need to do the thing that'll update all the neighbors and yada 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 for the jump distance. Now that we have that, I need to go through and in the borders temporarily remove, so not temporarily, just like straight up remove the Circinus Federation, Lothian League, Illyrian Palatinate, Marian Hegemony. There we go. There's the Victus Coalition. I don't know where the Victus Coalition label is. I'm actually kind of tempted to put at least the borders of... I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bring back these guys. I want to keep the old... I kind of want to keep the old borders, right? And I'm just going to get rid of the Illyrian Palatinate, the background. Circinus Federation, Lothian League, and Marian Hegemony. If I get rid of that, we have the old borders in their old colors still there. And that's easier for me to keep track of. For referencing where, like, referencing worlds when I'm doing the... also. 38. Seven. Nice. Drop back to the Big Disc Coalition. Bump that up to 6. Bump over. Nice. That's good. That's good. I just need to do the coding side of things, which is recalculating all of the neighbors based on their distance. This back up. Okay, cool. So import JSON with open this with open okay. As source distance is equal to Systems is equal to json.load source. For system in print name. Okay, and then if I do a new one, cd into data Python system. Perfect, that is working. I'm gonna do a for that. Python get index and object. For index system in systems. That is a lot of system. If system x not in towards towards If system Y not in push. Oh, actually, no, I should never run into this issue. There should never be two that overlap. Print or perfect. Bit messy, but that's good enough. System dot system or system in systems. Or the blend range rearrange the equal to 40. Okay, x is gr equal to steering times gear. Range, select index systems. X min is equal to systems index x minus j range plus dot sort. Perfect. Okay. For a in x div, if a is greater than less than x min, continue. If a is greater than x min, x max, break. Then we do I'm literally not going to give. This is never going to be extensible. This relies on a super specific data structure. I am not going to bother doing a function pullout for this. Mass if I did. Okay, so for y div in towards k. Yeah. If minus k plus y minus come on, math. Oh, cool. I guess it is this. Is greater than gr square. Continue, else push Python push and and print green C is equal to that. Oh. Okay, it's taking a little while. Of course. Let's hope that that goes somewhere. Uh, 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 okay. That is a big file. I'm just gonna update this while I have the opportunity. Okay. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna temporarily remove this. Print boards x div 0. Okay. Oh. Hmm. With open systems.json, comma w as this json dot dump okay. A format document. Hey, that's looking good. If I do from alpha to maximum, what the hell? Okay, if I do Hilary to Lothario. Oh, do I need to refresh that? Okay. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong category and I have been. Program. Software. Program. Yeah. And if I do from Alpha. Wait a second. What is the... Oh, there. I got it. So if I now do Illyria... Lothario. It's being weird, but that's just because of the unknown number of jumps. So then I need to go into a jump. Actually, if I do that. Now if I do Illyria Lothario. Hey! Oh. No. Um, $30. Star.js. Hey, how you doing, D-Rye? If I do Illyria to Lothario. Hey, it works perfectly. I did that earlier, and now I've gotten now that I've gotten it working, I don't need to care about it. But yeah, now I've got, and I do to Alphard. Nice. I'll need to add in something else over here ish, but it's looking like I have everything sort of working. I just need to make the edits that will rename all of these systems to Victus Coalition systems, and then I need to drop in a couple of things. But yeah. So blah 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 blah. If I go into systems backup and I say if the case the match systems affiliation if systems index affiliation in 1 2 3, and then I go here and I go Lothian League, Illyrian Palatinate, Marian Hegemony, and then I do Federation, systems index dot affiliation. Affiliation is equal to victim. Did I spell that correctly? Coalition. I do that. What's it? Victus Coalition. I refresh that. Oh, and I need to run the script first. I need to go through and find where the and I need to go into. Nope. Oh, wait, that's right. I can get rid of this. It's in the .css. And it will be based. There we go. They're nicely labeled with the right colors. And now that that's good, I have this setup. It's nice and convenient. And it'll do my map calculations, it'll do my route calculations and everything for me. And if I did, let's do a jump route from Victus to Atreus. Okay, let's do to Paulinus. Oh, there we go. That is nice. Nice big jumps. Yes. And if I did this in the inner sphere, this one, and I did Atreus, 18 versus 10. And I'm not certain that this is entirely perfect, because that looks like a jump that Westover. I updated it to 40, but you're right, it should be 45. Thankfully, I did do some level of forward thinking, and I did make the jump range very easy to adjust. And then I just do 40 in yes. We'll change this to 45. 45. And then we do this from... Oh, I need to do this thing first. From Nile. What did I say the two that I was just testing was? Westover. Okay, whatever. Let's do Atreus to Atreus to Paulinus. Okay, so it is doing some level of calculation there. What? Hold on. Range. Yeah, that's weird. Why is it Atreus to Trinidad? There like some sorting in the generate thing here. No, it's not. Do I need to like somehow sort the neighbors by distance? Oh wait, no, that is doing the right jump. Okay. I thought it was doing that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. $45. Save. And that's the range. Good. Everything's working properly. And that's where I end up for today. We managed to make a bunch of progress. We now have a Victus Coalition logo. That's really nice. I don't know why it's not showing up in here. Like this shows up here. But wait, hold on. Almost done. Planet info. The issue. Victus Coalition. Victus. Background image of here. Now do I get it? Hey, we have the logo. Now we're done. Damn if that doesn't look good. See you tomorrow.